usually. And before my presentation starts, and I want to show you the number. And the number stands for Taoyuan Airport passenger development in 2019. And Taoyuan Airport projected that passenger value add to 60 million in the future. So I think air transport is a major industry in the future. And so today I want to show you my topic, air transportation, and this is my context. Airport is the core. And airport will be drivers of economic development in the 21st century. And airport connectivity growth enhance the accessibility of its surrounding region and make it more attractive as a tourism destination and as a place to do business. Electropolis is a metropolis and in whose sub-region whose infrastructure and land use and economy are controlled on the airport. And criticism of electropolis have some problems. How many goods are traveled by air transport? It is a suitable way for delivering high-value goods like precision instruments and fresh food. And how many resources will lose? For lands, forests, residents, and communities. In Taiwan, they will plan to collection of 37 square of land, mostly higher rich farmland. And for Taoyuan Electropolis, planning to displace people, about 46,000. And who will be benefits? Why people would ever like to next to the airport? This is all a problem. Trend of the aircraft emissions. I'd like to draw your attention to this chart. What impressed me most are electricity and driving. I assume that they are the most largest emission of the annual emissions, but actually air travel accounting for more than 2/3 of the annual emissions. And next to the picture, we can see the clouds produced by aircraft engine, and they have a impact of climate change problem. Strategy on climate change and international aviation emissions growth. And before I explain this problem and I show you some solution like investment in technology and effective operations like technology of engine, lower emissions and noise, and affection infrastructure like air management infrastructure do well, and positive economic measures like environment tax and carbon offset, user pays principle. Air transportation in the future. Like pilots, aircraft, and electric aircraft, and air taxi. Air taxi is a commercial aircraft which make short flights on the demand. And I will show you a small video clip. The new cabin design seats are for riders, and Uber start over an aerial ride sharing for customers starting in 2030, and with flight demos being conducted as early as 2020. The service is expected to launch in Dallas and Los Angeles. And in conclusion, I think air transport has become essential to our global society, totally change our how to travel and interact with others to do business. But I think sustainable development is important in the air transportation, and we look forward to continue on the path towards the sustainable future of international aviation for balance among social, economic, and environmental.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
In your opinions, since airports will become one of the largest core for the development, economic development in the future, and the aviation's emission is huge. 2/3 of the emissions or the emission population that was contributed by the aviation, right? Have you calculated, or have you any kind of reference that's shown by person by mile what kind of emission that is caused by person by mile? Because we say, show me the slides that has emission slide. Can you go back to your presentation, your slide? One more. Here we go. You see, cars have 880 kilograms. Okay. Now, planes is 23,500 kilograms. But when you look at the airplanes, how many people that it carried and how many miles it actually carried through. So if we divided this 23,500 divided by probably like 200 person or something, and then divided by the mile they fly, that per person per miles emission is actually lower than cars in a way. If you calculate down to the individual level instead of you using a group, because it's not fair. Cars 24,000 cc, engines how big is an engine? It's not a fair rate, but it carries a lot more passengers and a much longer distance. What do you think?
Understand the problem?
Have you any kind of reference that's showing individual put it down to the basic personal mile? What kind of emissions that actually emitted from different transportation device, different vehicles?
Can you answer and ask more?
No, I don't have answer. You're the presenter. You're supposed to be the expert.
You must, it means because the car and the person, the major unit should be the same. That means for example, you must say how many carbon dioxide emissions maybe you should kilogram, okay? Release, okay? The airplane release 23 per person per mile. Understand? Because you total. And the car per person per mile. That's the same unit, and then compare. It's more meaningful. Understand?
See, in a 747, you can carry 400 people at least. Okay, with this 400 persons and carry about
500.
more than 5,000. The Taiwan to United States about 7,000 miles.
7,000 miles.
Okay, so 500 with an emission is 23,500 kilograms. So we divide this 23,500 kilograms to 400 persons. That's first. That's per person per trip, and then divided by 7,000 miles. And that gives us the emission per person emission that is very minimal compared with car, because car maximum you can sit 7. Okay, 7 with 850 kilogram, and you travel for 200 kilometers. Okay, each person will carry in one trip will emit about 500 per person. 200, that's 400, that's about 2 or 3 kilograms. So that's, if we use the individual, put the unit down to the very basic, we will see different stories.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's the reason I asked you.
Do you think it's possible? I mean, if you use I just say the unit, the plane that you divide the person, the mile per person, and the car, it could be okay. It could be the car's emission is lower than higher than the plane. Understand? Did you agree that?
Yes.
Yes. Or your answer, that's yes, yes. You must speak more. Okay. I mean, have you any information, any document to support this? You know that to support this results about the. I guess this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's the base. Okay, its basis was that. I'm not sure. Okay.
Next time when you have this kind of data, showing the source. No,
Source data.
parentheses, where did it come from?
Okay.
Very good, very interesting.
But I'm just interested in about the in the future. You say the Texas, right?
Over.
It's like Uber, right?
Yes.
Uber Texas.
Yes.
But did you think about the Uber Texas master air landing place? Okay. The helicopter master place, yeah.
I think it's suitable to American
Yeah.
And have a many big building.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The top of the buildings,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
And now, not only Uber, not only the company like Uber, in America is already have a company named Bright, have a like Uber, air taxi, start in the New York City.
Okay. Because I want you answer something, okay? Everyone need to answer question, okay? Before